College football 25 is fun. It's so fun that I'm here yapping about how broken it is because it is definitely broken and even more significantly broken after they patched it. Don't know how you do that, but they did it. Shout out to EA for being amazing and actually communicating. No funny stuff. I feel like I appreciate them reaching out and being with the community. It's hard being a game developer. It's hard keeping things consistent, but there are some issues and problems in college football 25. Now that we've done yapping about how we feel and my personal feelings, I'm going to let the other people yap, okay? So there was a question asked on Twitter about, is it out, EA, college football? It's a very, very simple question. It's, what's your biggest problem with college football 25 right now? So I'm going to ask you in the comments to let me know what your biggest problem with college football 25 is. We're going to do a whole video about it. We're going to talk about your comments and talk about how we can remedy those things. But right now, I'm going to tell you what my biggest problem with college football 25 is, and then we're going to get into some of these talking points. Of course, I'm going to assume a lot of dynasty stuff, post-patch things, road to glory, a lot of the consistent things that we've been seeing, O-line blocking, the fact that the interceptions are being a little bit out of hand. But at the end of the day, before we get into this, all my lovely commenters who love to get in the comments and talk about how much I hate this game, how much of a hater I am, man. I put so many hours in this game. I got Victor Wembanyama Let's Plays. I got Road to Glories with Tavon Austin. I made a 6'9" quarterback and took him to the Mormon wonderland that is BYU to take them to places and spaces they've never been in a long time. So don't come at me, a football degenerate, an NCAA lover, and say just because I'm pointing out some of the issues, problems, and situationships in a completely new franchise. I get it. Y'all are used to Madden. We're not doing that Madden stuff over here, son. We got a little higher a level, okay? We got Northwestern. We got real academics, okay? This ain't Madden, okay? This is pre-super CTE, contact CTE. We play this game the way that we love college football, so this is why we've got problems with it. My biggest issue is Road to Glory is a steaming pile of hot dog water, okay? It's good. It's fun. It's amazing, but it's almost super apparent, almost super clear that they just took Superstar and smacked it into NCAA, redid the engine, and for somehow we actually got better camera angles in Road to Glory, even though the camera angles are pretty bad. I want a dynamic camera. Why can I not see the edge of the receivers as a quarterback? That's besides the point. You can switch your camera angle. I get it. I understand. But can I not be a little bit immersed? Huh? I like a bit of a challenge without, also being able to see some stuff, okay? That's it. But my biggest problem isn't the camera. My biggest problem is that I can't audible. My biggest problem is that when I'm a running back, if I actually want to play the game, I'm going to have to get nasty with them sim settings and get a little wiggly with it. Road to Glory is not the soul that is Dynasty, but it is the arcade of college football, and I think it's the heart, if not the soul. Then it's a great time, and the time that was always my favorite game mode of all time. I love the camera angle. I love being a running back. I love running up the score, and the fact that I don't even see when I'm breaking records. Ugh, I don't like it. But let's get into what y'all's biggest problems. Let's go most liked. The biggest issue with college football 25 right now, number one, score bug disappearing since the update. I got to be honest with you. I heard this and I was like, oh man, small problem. And then I went and I've been playing, over the weekend, whatever, Road to Glory, Dynasty, mixture of this. You don't realize how much information you use on your score bug until it's gone randomly. Like until it's 3rd and 16 and you're up looking for your play. Okay, double checking how much time I have on the clock. Oh, sorry, your score bug is gone. It doesn't matter. You don't have your play clock. You don't have your down and distance. You don't have you don't have the score. And I was just thinking in my head, oh, we don't have score, but you're missing everything. Your time, like college football and football in general is a game about time and knowing how to time things, how to preserve time, X, Y, Z. And if randomly, whenever I go check my play art because of how terrible the camera angles are in this game, and hey, by design, I'm not mad at it, but how terrible these cameras can be, I'm getting penalized for it. Like what is this? Is this a part of the field? Since that would be crazy. That would be cool. A little unfair and a little nasty, but still, that would be cool if it was a part of, what I'm saying? If you in a top 5 place to play, sometimes your scoreboard go away. But that's not what's happening, right? EA broke something when they were trying to fix something else. All right. The amount of times the AI gets a roughing the kicker penalty is absurd. Now, I have not had this problem, but a lot of the commenters on my videos have had this issue. A lot of people apparently online have had this issue. I thought they tweaked it, but even after post patch, I continue to get people to say these things, even in my comments out on the internet. So clearly, they ain't do what they need to do when it comes to getting the roughing the kicker. Hey, kickers are people, okay? Do you know that? Can we? EA, can we stop? Kickers are people. Let's stop roughing them up. No soundtrack. I think we were robbed of that. I feel like, am I tripping? Maybe I misread something. I don't remember them saying that there wasn't going to be a soundtrack, so I'm just going to assume that there was. I was waiting for Skrilla to be on here. I was like, oh, we better go crazy. How y'all going to use Skrilla and advertise like that but can't do it? I'm sure it's some weird NIL thing because probably some people have music NIL deals and they can't XYZ and they got to do that licensing. I'm sure. But I feel like everything has been kind of an excuse for college football when it comes to things that are missing specifically. Not saying that things that are broken. I'm not really that mad at things that are broken. Things break and you can fix those things with updates and stuff like that. But things that are just not missing, not functional, and not added into the game, like music, dog. I think everybody loves the drums. It's awesome. It's great. But can we mix it up too? I think there can be a bit of a mix up, but I think historically it's always been drums. So I'm not really too mad at it. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's the modern day. Why not make it a little better? I'm not mad at that problem. It's not a big problem for me though. Defensive lineman completely engaged in block, somehow being able to put a hand on the ball carrier and make a tackle. Can we talk about this? I feel like this is something that we're not talking about. This is one of those things that is an issue in a problem with not just the animation-based gameplay that we have with EA games and sports games specifically, but also on top of that, the problems that you have with just the way that the blocking works in the way that it fundamentally reacts to things. Like there's so many times where, and again, every time I criticize, I got to make sure I give something positive so people don't think I'm hating. The pocket feels great in college football 25. It really feels rewarding to be able to take a step up, be able to maneuver, get in there, or even just sit in there, even while someone's getting, some heat on them. I feel like in college football games, if someone's getting blown up, it doesn't matter. They can't recover, but you can see some, linemen move and you can kind of step up. Okay, he handles his business and you can kind of sit and deliver, and it feels a little more comfortable that way. But to that same instance, like someone's blocked up. Oh, okay. Clearly, if they're blocked here, even if they're looking, if I run right there, they're not going to be able to disengage and get me that quickly because I know how humans work, but it's just not the same. Sometimes you get sucked up in them, Pauls. You get sucked up all up in their grasp for real, dog. And then they're grasping you with their paws and stuff. So it's nasty work. We need to talk about this more often. Probably not not the sucky type. Just you get what I'm trying to say. Not able to do mass subs to the second string, which doesn't make sense given the wear and tear system. Also, my offline dynasty has me playing on the road against my top rival 2 straight years, and it can't be changed because it's a conference game. Last one is a weird one, but I think that one can be fixed. The top one is so confusing to me because when they advertised this game and they advertised the wear and tear system, and again, I was just speculating that it was going to be a, thing where it's going to be a little more in depth, subbing is going to be more strategic. But I remember them even saying, they were talking about how, hey, you're going to have to think about subbing people out. The gameplay is going to be more strategic in that way. XYZ, you're going to have to know when people come in, come out. Why haven't they not made a way to do a lot of subs, even if it's mass subs to the second string? I'm just talking about with the wear and tear system. There's not even package subs. That's crazy. That's something that's just been in Madden for years. And you're telling me I can't even do different packages in a wear and tear system where it's best to preserve my players? Why isn't there a subsystem similar to FIFA where you get a whole menu? Hey, boom, this is how we're going to do it. I think in FIFA you can even do time subs and set them up hey, at halftime, boom, we're bringing in a new defensive back. We're bringing in a new striker. We're switching formations XYZ, and we can't do that in a game in which that was advertised as being super strategic in the way that you take people out, put them in. They're going to have some wear and tear. They're going to possibly get more injuries. And I told y'all day one that I think just wear and tear is just a scam. It just doesn't work. And now after the patch, wear and tear is just destroying people and doing way too much. So I don't know, dog. I don't think EA knows how to balance things. But it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? tackling distance off and my guy stands over a fumble for like 6 seconds before the animation to pick up a ball. People don't like they don't like fumbles in this game, dog. Like the players. I'm not talking about us. I like fumbles, but the players they ain't really messing with it for real. That's not their vibration. You know what I'm saying? That's just, you know what I mean? Wear and tear amongst other things. Again, post patch, wear and tear is about broken as it can be. Score bug going away, of course. My speed and overall. Oh, it's Kobe Bryant. That's fire. Okay, that's super cool. Shout out to Kobe. We're gonna pop in here. That is cool. Shout out to him, man. It's so cool seeing that. I feel like that's how you really know you've made a good thing, when you got people, the actual players themselves, responding pretty well to it and seemingly want to play it a lot. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Alabama taking all my recruits. Okay. Pursuit angles, which apparently were supposed to be fixed. I don't know about that. Zone coverage is horrendous. Players can't tackle. Broken sack ability that Miro has is the stupidest ability in the game. Everything I'm fine with right now, but not being able to change numbers is the dumbest thing I've seen, especially when it's mostly generic players in 6 years in Dynasty. And I've said this on multiple videos. I'm not happy about it, but this is something that EA has communicated with us. And the fact that they have the whole NIL situation, it just makes it to the point that they're not going to be able to customize. I don't think that's a good excuse. That's what I will say. I'll say, hey, they've said it, so just know that is what that's going to be for some reason. But I just think that's such a bad excuse. I'm confused as to why we can't do a few workarounds. Maybe we do generic names, but I can switch numbers as much as we can, because even with the generic names, dog, I'm seeing Kevin Durant's and Andrew Reese's and Caitlin Clark's and the J-Man, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say, the big J-Man. Come on now. I mean, so like we're just making things up at this point. So why, if y'all can do random generated stuff, why can't I just make them look fresh? Why can't I get their dripper? I mean, I think you can do some of their, you can adjust some of their equipment, but why can't I make their numbers look right? Why can't I do those certain things? I just feel like if we're gonna already have names that are gonna pop up as Taylor Swift playing left guard for Middle Tennessee, I don't see what the harm is it that I can change it. I don't know what the harm is it that there's another Arch Manning. There's people with multiple of the same name. Like we know that, right? There's multiple people with the same name. Now, maybe we can do like y'all said y'all wanted to do, EA, and block certain combinations. If we did that, we're good. We're all on the same terms at that point, right? Instead of just saying that you can't make an Arch Manning that's a running back. No, you can't make an Arch Manning that's a running back or that's a quarterback at Texas that wears number 16. That's what it should be, because that is his name, image, and likeness. Arch Manning, there can be another Arch Manning, dog. There can be another person with the same exact first and last name, different middle name, different person, different social security number. Anyway, that's not the point. Coaching carousel sucks. Again, they just don't care about Dynasty. They don't care about the lifeblood of the game modes there. DB's making insane picks. Here's my thing about it, and this goes back to the whole animation thing. I only have a problem with insane picks when like the DB is behind the person and they just you know what I'm saying, and they be yoinking stuff. Don't yoink me, dog. Don't be getting all yoinked up for real. Like chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, take it down like 15 notches, my guy. Like, that's all I'm really trying to say. You feel me? Not being able to change my incoming freshman's position after the update. That is crazy. They really completely just destroyed the ability to switch positions. Now, the more that I think about this, because I was seeing that a lot of people were getting, like, crazy boosts from their position changes. Like, they were taking tackles and moving them to tight end. And then they were becoming like 98 overall tight ends and with crazy blocking stats, XYZ. So to be honest, just like with the 99 overall glitch, I'm thinking EA did that to stop y'all from doing that, because EA doesn't like fun. So that's just more of a theory in my head at this point, because after seeing how it's done that, after seeing how it hasn't really been talked about as a problem that needs to be fixed, I don't know about all that. Again, score bug is actually a serious thing. I love the game, but in offline Dynasty mode, the depth chart doesn't always translate to the actual game day lineup. That is just like fundamental, dog. Like I can't get a depth chart to work. That's kind of nasty. Team Builder being through a web browser instead of in the game. That's big, but okay. I'm gonna say two things about Team Builder, because Team Builder was broken. Even though they partially fixed it, it was broken as soon as it debuted, even though there were some good teams. I think that people who are super creative, I think you want Team Builder to be on a website, right? For people like me, who would probably love for a team builder to be in game. I'm also not a big customized guy, so I would do it, make a name, whatever. I feel like it's just better for the people who are gonna make teams that they have the full inventory of what they can do, and they can really take it to that next level and, make super accurate teams, XYZ. I think just having those tools is better. On the flip side on that, EA can't even make the website consistently work. So I don't really, maybe that's not the best idea here, regardless. But yeah, man, and can't change numbers on Dynasty. I think we kind of get the gist of it. The biggest things are going to be, the customization, the O-line, and the broken gameplay post-patch. Dynasty seems like it got worse, even though it seemed neglected anyway. Road to Glory is going to be forever broken. And by the way, your clock is going to randomly disappear. Shout out to College Football 25. Even with all that, yes, kids, I'm going to play this game, enjoy this game, love this game, but I cannot wait until college football comes out, because that's going to make things so much better. We can actually talk about college football. Let me know in the comments if you want to, talk more about college football. I'll be having some videos, comparing some top 25 lists and comparing real teams to college teams. We're here for college football, not just for the game mode. So especially if it's still half ours like it is coming into the season, man, we're going to have to talk about something. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all be great. Y'all be easy, but y'all be breezy, and we'll see you next time.